Good afternoon, all our friends. For this afternoon circle, I wanted to do a math activity with you. We haven't done it too much in the classroom, and it's geared more towards our older friends, but some of our younger friends can possibly do it too if they know how to count quantities of beads. So a few days ago, we did a review of the short bead stair, and you reviewed each bead and the color and number of each bead of the short bead stair. We also did the snake game, searching for 10. But there's other activities we can do with the colored beads, and if you printed out the colored beads on paper and cut them out, then you can use those to do this activity that I'm going to be sending home. Or you could use small objects. I have beans here, so I can show you how to do the activity with beans or pasta or buttons, whatever you guys have at home. As long as you have enough of them to make your 2 bead bars, then you'll be good to go. So I'm going to show you how to compare numbers. Either they're greater than, less than, or equal numbers. And you're going to be getting a printout like this for home. And you would either put that the number is greater than, equal to, or less than in the box. I'll show you how to do it with the bead bars and with the beans and also on the paper, okay? So there's going to be lots of examples so you guys can have lots of practice. Okay, so I have a marker here to just mark up this page. The page that's going to be going home is a different page than this. All right, let's start with our first equation. We have 2 and 1. So let me find the 2 and the 1. I'm putting it on a manila folder because it's a little bit darker color than the rug, and that's important because our symbols for greater than or less than are white, and I want you to be able to see them. Okay. So this is a greater than symbol. It's a chevron, and when the number is greater than, it means it has more, and the opening of the chevron is facing the number that has more, or the beads that have more. And then if you turn it around, this is a less than symbol, and the point of the chevron would be facing the number that has less. So this is less than, greater than with the opening facing the number that has more. And then if you wanted to make an equal sign, you would draw 2 lines like this. So let's look at our first equation, okay? So I know what these numbers are because I know the color, but we can always count 2. 1, 2, 2, 1. Which one has more? Which is the larger number? 2. Which one has less? 1. 1 is less than 2, right? So when we look at our equation, we have a 2 and a 1. 2 is greater than 1. So we're going to find a greater than symbol, which means the opening is going to face the bigger number. And I'm going to circle it here and write it in to show you. The opening is facing the number that has more. Okay, let's do another one. 3 and 3. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Are those numbers greater than, less than, or equal numbers? Equal, right? 3 equals 3. It's the same. So we would draw 2 lines to make an equal sign. Okay, equal. So for this box, we would find the equal sign. And you can circle the equal sign and write it into the box. Equal. Okay, let's do one more. Okay, you ready? Let's do this one. Okay, this has 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Which one has less? 2. Which one has more? 3. So I'm going to take my chevron and I want the point to point to the number that has less, 2. And the opening is towards the number that has more, 3. So 2 is less than 3. So I'm going to circle my less than, and I'm going to write it here. See how the point is pointing to the number with less, and the opening, like the mouth of the chevron, is pointing towards the number that has more. It's a greater number. Great. So that's how you do this activity. If you're still not sure how to do the symbols, you don't have to. For example, I'm going to show you how you can do this activity and not use the symbols, but still know which one has more and which one has less. So let's take this problem here, okay? And we can build it. 2 and 4. So this is 1, 2, and this is 1, 2, 3, 4. Which one has more? Which one's the bigger number? 4. So if I don't want to use these symbols, I can just circle the beads that have more. Okay? And if you wanted to make it even more challenging, when you do the problems, you can count the beads and write the number on top. 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, now let me show you this activity using beans. Again, you can do this activity with small objects if you don't have the colored bead bars. That's totally fine. So I'm just going to take a handful of beans and I'm going to count them out and make kind of like a line. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Great. Now I'm going to take another set. 1, 2, 3. Great. So this one has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This one has 1, 2, 3. Which one has more? 8. 8 is greater than 3. So I'm going to get my symbol. Remember, the greater than has the opening facing the larger number. So the opening is going to face the 8. 8 is greater than 3. Or 8 is more than 3. Okay, friends, I hope you enjoyed this activity and you practice with greater than, less than, or equal numbers at home. You're going to get a small handout that you can do at home. It's going to look like this, but have different colored bead bars. And if you can practice using the greater than, equal, or less than symbol, and if you don't feel comfortable with that just yet, that's okay. You can still practice counting the beads, writing the number, and circling the one that has more. All right, friends. Bye. I miss you.